Abigail Brown, and today we will be talking to President Lyndon B. Johnson, who just signed his new Civil Rights Act. So let's go find him. Excuse me, Mr. President. I was wondering if you had any comments on your new Civil Rights Act.
Well, the CRA is being signed in as a new piece of legislation to further enforce, or more strictly enforce, the ERA.
And how will you be able to make sure that it is being enforced to guarantee equality?
Well, along with the CRA, we are also creating a new committee called the EEOC, which will act as a police force to enforce the CRA's law.
And what exactly is the EEOC?
Well, back under President Kennedy, I served as the head of the EEOC when it was a committee and not a commission. And what we aim to do by creating a commission out of a committee is to investigate and try any cases of gender inequality that we find in the workplace that is either reported or found by our own officers.
And do you believe that with this organization that women will be able to advance in the workforce?
Of course, the CRA or the EEOC cannot do their jobs alone, but with them both as part of the government, as part of law, we hope to more strictly impose upon businesses the laws that the CRA has put in place.
Okay, I completely understand your logic. Thank you for your time, Mr. President. Hi, Mrs. Richardson. Can you tell us what you think the main reasons are that women were able to gain equality?
Well, I think historically speaking, women have always been trying to fight for equal opportunities in the eyes of the government, starting with Abigail Adams saying to her husband to remember the women. Now, starting in World War I and World War II, when the men were off fighting on the front lines, women had to fill in for the agriculture and industrial positions, and therefore they had a taste of that fiscal freedom and responsibility that they had not had while the men were at home.
And then what happened after the war?
Well, when the men got back, they wanted to get women to be shooed out and put back into the home instead of the workplace, and they were not satisfied with the fact that they had to be put back in that sphere. They wanted to have equal opportunities in the workforce.
That must have been really irritating.
It really was, because we had proven to ourselves and to the government that we could keep the country running and financially stable on our own, and so we decided that it was not fair for us to be put back, and we wanted to fight back.
So what did the Equal Rights Amendment and the Civil Rights Act and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission mean to you?
It meant that bosses and people and men in the workforce had to be held responsible for their actions against women and sexual discrimination in the workplace, because no longer could they promote men above women just because of gender. It had to be based equally, as well as we got equal payment, which is also really, really important to fight for, because we have been paying less than 50 cents to the male dollar, and that just wasn't fair. But now they're legally held responsible.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Richardson, for your time. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
Hello, ma'am. So tell us a bit about your job.
Well, I work in the male-dominated profession of engineering.
What's that like?
Well, it's a little hard because it's definitely a lot of men, and I don't get promoted as fast as them, and they tend to second-guess me a lot.
Aren't there laws against that?
Well, there's laws against them getting promoted because they're men and I'm a woman, but they don't always say that that's why, but it happens anyways.
So, do you think that women still have a long way to go in the feminist movement today?
I think they've come a long way from when men had complete control over their wives' lives and when they had all of their property under their control. But I think we still have a ways to go to break that glass ceiling and get equal promotion and equal pay and treatment for women in the workplace.
Okay, well, thank you for your time.
Okay, I believe feminism is like having softball or baseball, separating the two sexes, and I just think it's not right. They should be combined.
So when I think of feminism, I think it's just giving men and women equal opportunities for success. And that's what feminism is to me.
Okay, I think that the ideals of feminism have been achieved.